Blessings, go ahead and record for us, please.
The recording is on.
All right. Again, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the global community for EminiFX, and to give you some understanding of what is happening, what has been happening in Emini. You've been hearing a lot of news, a lot of things have been going all over the place, and we want to make sure that we give you information that you will be able to use and to understand exactly what is happening with your money. Before we start, I would like to start with prayer. Father, please be with us as we open this session. May your name be praised, honored, and glorified, and may we do everything that is according to your plan. And please give us peace, because you are in charge. In Jesus Christ we pray, amen. All right, amen. So let me get started with the slide. Can you see it, Victor, Franz?
Yes.
All right, so let's get started on this. What is EminiFX? And I just wanted to take the time, because a lot of people in the news, and just because there are some things that this is going to be put on YouTube, and we want to make sure that people understand what EminiFX is. EminiFX, friends, it's much more than an investment club. Okay, what we call it really is Black Wall Street 2.0. I don't know if you know about Black Wall Street, but this is all Black Wall Street in 2022. Now, the goal for this was to help our communities, to help us to get out of that financial black hole that a lot of times that we fall in. So we are in 98 countries. That's what EminiFX is. In 98 countries, about 62,000 members strong. And who are we? We are investors, doctors, lawyers, accountants, bankers, teachers, veterans, CEOs, CFOs, and we have real estate agents, police officers, truck drivers, pastors, moms, dad, grandmas, grandpas, and students, and a bunch of other individuals that belong to this club. So we are a professional group, a dedicated group, a loving group that is doing investment, and every week something is happening, and every Thursday night we are happy, and every Friday morning we are just elated. So we are 62,000 strong. 40,000 were very active and trading. Now we are EminiFX strong. I don't know about you, but this is who we are, and we have to stay strong, because the thunderstorms will be heavy. We look good, as my brother would say. We feel good, and we smell good. This is who we are. But I have to tell you, there are storms right now that seems to be raging. But don't forget one thing. When Christ said, "Peace, be still," all the apostle and disciples, all of them, they were going crazy because they thought that they were about to die. Well, right now, there are a lot of things that are out there, and people may think that, oh, Emini is in big trouble. But friends, let the wind blow. Just like the children of Israel, when they were going around the wall of Jericho, they did not know exactly how God was going to deliver that city into their hands. The only thing that they were told is to go around the city once a day. And then on the seventh, they go around it 7 times. And this is what you'll do at that time. You will make noise. But the victory was already there as the first step they took on that first day of the week. So for you, I will say the same thing. Peace, be still. You hear a lot of things going on right now. You hear a lot of reports being put out. Let them put the reports out. Don't worry about it. So let's really get started. How did we get here? And remember, this meeting is for those that have known Emini and those that may not know anything about Emini. So we're going to take just a few minutes to let you know. So what happened here? So we have Bank of America. Bank of America called the CFTC, and the CFTC then went and asked for Emini to be investigated. Why? Because Bank of America said that this was a Ponzi scheme. What is a Ponzi scheme? Well, guys, it is, it's when really Paul, his money is being used to pay Peter and recruit more members to keep that vicious cycle going. So a company cannot have more money than that what was put in. That's a Ponzi scheme. Okay. Now the complaint from the CFTC, and I'm going to get my brother to chime in right after this one. The complaint for the CFTC said that from September 21st to the present, Eddy Alexandre basically solicited $59 million from hundreds and thousands of people, and basically to trade Forex and cryptocurrencies and futures, options, and in this investment club. Now, they said that Eddy guaranteed 5% per week to 9.99% per week. But they said that the only time that they saw that he traded was a $9 million. And then that $9 million, he lost about $6 million out of it. And so which means he lost 70%. Now, all this seems to be, wow, this is a lot for us not to be trading. So this person is saying we're doing 5 to 9.99%. Where is that money coming from? And he's not trading anything at all. Well, this is the CFTC. This is what they've said. They're in charge of cryptocurrencies, Forex, and others. But what is missing in this story? And that is a question for you today and I. What is missing in this story? So the $14.7 million, this is the question. This is one of the things that we're going to be talking about very quickly here. That $14.7 million from December of 2021 to March, about April of 2022, Bank of America withheld that amount of money from EminiFX. So all the members that sent funds, they withheld that money, $14.7 million. So remember that number, because Franz and I, we're going to be discussing that very quickly so that you can understand what is happening today as this as the receiver has put their reporting out. 14.7 million. What has happened? So that 14.7 million, Emini has never seen a penny from there. $14.7 million. Now, this is the thing. How come all that money was put in and you have Emini that is trading, that is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and you have individuals that are coming in to Emini from Bank of America, and then they were able to get 5% to 9.99%. So my brother, this is something that I'm going to ask you some questions. So we understand that this was from December to March. Is that correct? Is that your understanding also?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
So from that time, $14.7 million was supposed to go to Emini, but they never received it. But friends, there's one thing that you have not heard anybody talk about. These individuals that put that $14.7 million, they were allowed to register in Emini, and their money was put in Emini. As a Ponzi scheme, one of the things that you have to look at, Eddy Alexandre never once told those individuals that put that money through Bank of America that they cannot remove any money on a weekly basis. Everyone and anyone who is from Bank of America and anyone else who wanted to take money out when their return on investment happened, they were able to get that money even though their actual money was not deposited in Emini. So I'll let Franz talk about this a little bit, and then we will move on to the next session.
Yes. Hey, hi guys. My name is Franz, Victor, and Alexandre de Boston. Yes. Good to have you guys. And you know my signature. My signature is breaking news, breaking news.
Yes,
breaking
sir.
news, breaking news. Okay. I just want to make sure you guys hear that because I know you like it. The reason why we're here today, we're here just to bring some accurate information for those of you who never get a chance to hear the good news, because when this situation happened, we have mostly, misinformation. Some people do it deliberately. And today we have an opportunity just to come here, just to give you what you need to hear, what you never heard of. Yes, how do we get here? Yes, we had an issue with $14.7 million from Bank of America. The issue was a big deal because I strongly believe the reason why Bank of America hold the money, they kept the money just because to stop the business. That's what I think.
Exactly.
But when they kept the money to see if they're gonna cripple the business, but that's when we started putting more money.
And they saw us as a competitor.
Yes, because at first you guys have to understand the main reason why Bank of America act like that is simply because they were trying to stop people from withdrawing money and then put it somewhere else. Don't forget, we have more than 50, if it's not 65% of Haitian people. And then not only Haitian people, because we have 98 countries. They withdraw money every day and then put it, trust the CEO, put it there so that they can get return. As you know, whatever the CEO always said, he always kept his promise.
Yes.
Well, on Saturday night, we gonna get the rate, and Thursday, we usually have the Zoom. Friday morning, we get paid. Friday, to remind you, usually the happy day. We always have Christmas every week, which is Friday, because no one can say they can complain about, not getting paid. On Friday morning, everybody get paid. And also, if you want to withdraw your money, you don't have the chance to make withdrawal anyway. Before I move on with the act, Bank of America has done to us, it's just like, I want to point out that the CEO on Thursday night, he always mentioned we have two kinds of investors. People always forget that. But if you get a chance to participate in the Zoom meeting on Thursday night from 7 to 9 for East Coast, 9 to 11 for West Coast, you always hear that the CEO always says, "Oh, we have two kind of investors: investors A and investors B." Some people use the club as an income, and that's fine because they put the money and then they withdraw every day. That's investors A. Investors B, we just put the money and then we leave it there and we wait till we get to our mark, which is $1 million. What people don't understand, they always come up with that question saying, "Hey, Victor, can you tell me why he always emphasize the fact that, oh, you need to reinvest? Come on, guys, give me a break. This is an investment club." That's the main idea, to invest and then wait till you get your money. In other words, the CEO never had any problem with the fact that you're gonna withdraw your money, because he always have enough money in the reserve to pay everybody. Everybody is always happy. Till now, I never met anybody who complained about, "Oh, I never get paid," or "I want to withdraw." I could never withdraw. Okay, let me go back to Bank of America. When I get into the business, to tell you the truth, that was a red flag for me. When I heard, "Oh, the company is not gonna have business with Bank of America, blah, blah, blah." And then I wonder why. And then when I realized that that's gonna be an issue, because I have the same problem too, where I have to withdraw my money from Bank of America and then move it to EminiFX. And then that was an issue. When Bank of America had decided that they're gonna have a fight with the CEO, and one day the CEO said, well, you know, if you don't have your money, you can go straight to Bank of America and then tell them to give you your money back. When he said that, I said, oh my God, we're gonna be at war. And that's exactly what happened. This is where we are today. They make the complaint. Instead of doing thorough investigations, what they did, they arrest the CEO on probable cause. Okay? They said the probable cause is, well, scam, and also he wire fraud, and also he had a bunch of money to buy, you know, luxury cars and properties for his family. Okay, when I saw that on May 12th, I said, that was a joke. I said, that was a joke. The guy is a genius. He's a genius. He's a millionaire. If he wants to buy a car for 140 grand, that's no big deal. From that day, I realized that there's a bunch of lies going up and down.
And also, and also, my brother, because one of the things they kept saying is that he's Black, he's Haitian. It's like, as a Black person, you're not supposed to have that knowledge. As a Haitian, you're not supposed to be able to do this, you know, to make that all, you know, all that money. And that has been one of the even today with Washington Post, what they put, you know, this is a Haitian born. They're always putting that in there to show you that, hey, this is a Black guy from Haiti. He's not supposed to be. So most likely, if he's from Haiti, he's Black. It's a Ponzi scheme. And that's one of the ways that they're trying to cause us to fear, to maybe, oh, maybe it is. But the good thing is that us, who's on this side, and we have a good amount of money in Emini. There's a lot that we understand from the back end. And that's the reason why we want to make sure that our people, that they are, you know, they don't worry about it. Let everything work out, but we're going to do what we need to do also, and to give you the right information so that you don't go crazy. You understand?
Yes, definitely. Because we realized that when this situation happened, you know, we have to stand behind the CEO. Because don't forget, the CEO, he is a model for Haitian fathers. So every mother we have, they always wish they have a son like that. We as husband and father, we're very proud of him to get to the highest level. Here's the situation then when Brother Jean talk about Haitian, you know, Black. When I had my interview with Washington Post, Michelle, she asked me the same question. She said, don't you think the only way a judge can put a receivership on a business like that is because they have enough evidence? That was a tricky question. I said, yes. But unfortunately, that's in the normal path, because what happened was they were thinking that, well, we're gonna move on and then say scam, 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 and then all those people is gonna go against him, and then boom, everything's done. But unfortunately, that's not what happened, because she asked me the question, is the judge has enough information? I said, well, I don't know. Because in order to put a receivership on a business, the judge should appoint the receivership. But on what basis? Is it probable cause? If it's probable cause, you need to come with the evidence. Okay, I don't have any problem with that. You said probable cause. First of all, the cause you give me, they don't have any ground.
And
but
also,
to make matters worse, go ahead.
And also, as we have seen, When they went to on that day on May 12th, they rushed to judgment. They did not do their due diligence. And if it is the IRS usually will come to your business, okay, and then they would be looking at your books. If we believe that you cook the books, we're going to be looking at to see. So for Emini, what they were supposed to do is come to the business and look. They could have frozen everything for like a week, and then come and look to see how much money has this business been receiving, and also your trading. Show us how much your trading is being done. And believe me, if they see how much money that is coming in, and they see the trading platform working on behalf of the members, okay, money is coming in, they would have right away saying that, no, this is not a Ponzi scheme. Money is actually coming in. It's not, A pay B and then B, that's not what it is. But instead of doing that, they saw a lot of money in Emini and they wanted that money. Guys, if you truly know the story that happened before the quote unquote gag order was placed, the story that happened for Eddy. Eddy went to prison because he wanted to protect your money. And I'll tell you that again. Eddy went to prison. He would not have had 1 day of prison, guys. Okay? But he went to prison. Instead of giving up your money, he went to prison for that.
And I even go stronger. I even go stronger saying that the reason why we behind the CEO 100% is because he went to prison for you and I. Okay? And that's what we're doing now. We give back. We have to make sure we take a position with the truth. Because don't forget, a bunch of lies to go against the CEO and purposely, they're not trying to destroy the CEO only and his family. They're trying to destroy the business because that's the main point.
Exactly.
It's not that, to me, it's not that, I'm trying to, hurt Eddy, even though they already do that all over the world, to social media. And then the question you should ask yourself right now as we're sitting right here, and I always ask everybody, how is it when they didn't have any investigation, and then they took the guy, sent him to jail, and then humiliate him all over the world through social media, YouTube, Facebook, all over. And then now they have all the documents, they have all the equipment, like computers, cell phones, everything they have. And then now, we need to put protective order. We need to put gag on. And I can answer this question. It's so simple, guys, if you don't understand that. They simply to shut up Eddy Alexandre. They don't want him to talk about the truth. And then not only he himself, but everybody around him. So what we should do as members is to do exactly what we're doing right now. For those of you who need to hear the truth, we're gonna have a chance to hear the truth. Not only now, at 7 o'clock, we're gonna have another Zoom that's gonna talk about the legal part of the business. Because a lot of people are concerned about the report a couple of days ago from the receivership with a bunch of lies. Guess what? We have a bunch of professionals, lawyers, they can come and they give you the legal advice. Franz Victor is not a lawyer. That's the reason why when there's a legal paper, legal document that come to the Telegram, people usually call me or ask me, hey, Franz, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. I say, no, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not here to interpret any legal papers. But to tell you the truth, that's the case. We're gonna have the Zoom at 7, right after us, and then you're gonna have a chance to ask questions about the legal part of this case. Because remember, we have a criminal case, we have a civil case, and we're gonna win both of them. We look good, we feel good, we smell Very good.
Thank you so much, my brother. So this is one thing that you have to understand that has not been said yet. Okay, and I want all the members to hear that and to understand. One thing that you have not heard the receiver say is that there's a trading platform. One thing that they keep out of there, they always say that they do not see anything that will prove to them that there was a trading platform. But let me tell you this. I have that on another slide, but since time is going, we'll talk about it very quickly. The 88 or $87 million that you just saw, that was on their reporting, that's money that is from the trading platform. They're not telling you that. That's money that's on the trading platform. That money was $107 million a month ago. And when they first arrested Eddy, it was they had about 140, 150 around $1 million in it. So that's just to give you understanding, guys, what is happening here. They're not telling you about the trading platform. What they did, even though they have all the information about that trading platform, because they cannot get that money, they're telling you that they have nothing that proves to them that there is no trading platform. Now, they said that Eddy only traded $9 million account. Okay, and then after that, there has been no other proof that Eddy has traded. This is the thing. I'm going to tell you that very quickly because I know time is going very fast. That $9 million, for you to understand, and as members, we've been on those Thursday night meetings. Eddy has spoken a lot about different things that is happening and what's happening with Bank of America, how they held on to the $14.7 million. They would not give that money, but he went ahead and credited your account nonetheless from the money that was on reserve. He credited your account so that you can get your money and be able to make those percentage every single week. Now, if it is a Ponzi scheme, friends, they're going to tell you, I'm sorry, I didn't get your money yet from your bank. So therefore, I cannot, give you you cannot get anything yet. Please understand that. So here is Eddy giving you money from the reserve, in other words, money that he put on the side. According to rules from the CFTC, he has to have about 20% on the side for operation and different things. That is the law. So that $38 million that you said that was on the side, that was what this was for. But they're not telling you that. Okay, they're not telling you this is the reserve. So if you look at this 38 million and you understand that's 20%, you can determine where EminiFX is and how much money that they have. But that's one thing that is being kept out. The $9 million, friends. So they said that Eddy had $9 million in an account. He traded Forex and those kind of things. And then he lost $6 million. And there was about $2 million, $3 million. But they never tell you why this happened. And today we're going to tell you, because for the longest time, okay, Eddy has spoken about things of this all the time. And now we can let you know, because it's in the court documents. It's stating that Eddy has never traded except for that $9 million account. So that $9 million, guys, in January, February, the CFTC themselves told Eddy that this is what he needs to do to get the other license. In the meantime, they froze the account, the trading account. Now, he had already made about $2.7 million on that account. So which means that account went to $11.7 million. And they froze the account. So they told him, okay, you can fill this form out, and then they gave him, after he did everything that he needed to do, they gave him the licensing for that part. And then they still did not unfreeze the account. And then because they did not unfreeze the account, guess what happened? The market went down, and then Eddy lost $6 million from the $9 million. But also the $2.7 million profit that he made. Now, they never talk to you about that profit, because guess what? They don't want to tell you that he made any profit. So everywhere that you hear Eddy lost $6 million or $7 million. But CFTC, please tell us, how did Eddy lose that money? Who froze the account? And why is it that the account was not unfrozen and then he lost all that money? But in all the reporting of the receiver, the only thing that we've been told is that Eddy had traded 9 million, he lost. So which means that he's not a good trader. He doesn't trade well.
No.
Okay.
Well, obviously.
Eddy does not know how to trade. So he lost 9 million, is 6 million of your money, but they never tell you this is, we had frozen the account, and we different departments were saying, oh no, we're not the one who froze, and then finally, okay, well, let me not say finally, they actually came on the 12th of May, and then they froze everything, and then they reported way before they reported, and they told you that there was no trading except for this account, and this is what Eddy lost. And you have lawyers that does not know, people that were lawyers that did not know and does not know and understand how Eddy lost $6 million. We have news station, we have magazine, they're saying, oh yeah, he only had 9 million he traded and then he lost 6 million. Guys, be careful and understand. Right now, the prosecutor has the mic, and they're the one who's telling their story. If you come into a court of law and then you come and you only listen to the prosecutor and whoever's attached to the prosecutor, and then you leave the court, oh yeah, this person is guilty. Guys, be still, because Eddy's part is coming. One of the reasons why Emil Bovey had gotten the case is because he saw what they were doing to Eddy right from the start. And he did not even know the story of Eddy. The only thing that he wanted to do is help to keep Eddy out of prison. But when he got a hold of Eddy and he saw the information, all the thing that was happening and all the information in the background, he said, you know what? They're going to get a whooping. Because what they do to you is not acceptable. Okay, and by the way, Eddy was meticulous. He communicated with Bank of America by email. He communicated with the CFTC by email. Okay, so his communication, he had a lot of communication in writing. So now they're gonna have to tell, why is this email saying that, Eddy, here is the form that you need to fill out. Eddy, this, Bank of America, what happened? Oh yeah, we're gonna give you the $14.7 million. It's gonna take a couple of weeks. And then time pass, $14 million never show up. So now everybody, okay, is on a hot seat. So the receivership then had to put something out as quickly as possible. Like we say in Haiti, pâté chaud. It's like a party. Okay, it's too hot in their hands. They have to put something out because there are deadlines. I don't know if you saw the court papers, the 22nd, the 25th, and there are several deadlines that are coming in. They didn't think that Eddy was going to fight this. But now that they see that he's standing strong for you and for me, they now have to put things out very quickly so that you can be, at Eddy's throat, really, so that you can say, where's my money? I want my money. You're a thief, you're this and that. And then all of us, then we are each other's throat.
That's it. That's exactly the main campaign that they're trying to drive. But not knowing that we know better than that. Because as you stated earlier, we bunch of people, we've been to school, we've been very successful in this country. We've been very successful in this country already. So in other words, we understand the game. To continue what you were saying, they said that there's a withdrawal of $35 million between November and May, mostly between March and May. What? Between 2 months, $35 million. If that was a scam, I'm telling you straight up, you keep that money. Period. By the way, we always like to talk about the company, but the reason why we mention the CEO's name and what kind of person he is and the fight is simply because a lot of people don't understand. You cannot say EminiFX without Eddy.
Eddy.
A lot of people get it wrong because I have some friends, they always think that I defend the CEO too much. Let me tell you something. The CEO went to jail for me. I don't know for you, but for me, he went to jail. What I'm doing here, it's not something I want something back. I'm paying back. Because when somebody got the gut to go to jail for you, you need to fight for that person. That's the reason why the third, this coming third, less than 2 weeks, we hope to see every one of you in New York, 2 o'clock. That's where the rally is gonna be. 2 o'clock, the 3rd of August, 2 o'clock, room 12D. Why we wanna do that? We wanna make sure we get there. We look good, we feel good, we smell very good with our t-shirts on, with our all the signs we're gonna have to make sure we let them know that we understand that's an injustice. As we always mention, if there's something wrong, because we already know that there's no scam going on, because the receivership already give us the verdict. Because whatever they say, they try to avoid that word, scam, as you can see, guys. So in other words, the first thing we have to take from that receivership as a gift is the fact that the word, oh, is it scam? Is it? No, they don't do that anymore. That means that now, if you know that it's not a scammer, before we even negotiate, give me the club. Period.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna take, oh no, he might not be a scammer, but there's some mistake. Listen, nobody's perfect. However, if there's no scam, give us the business back.
And also,
that's exactly what we need to.
And also, listen, when a company make a mistake, you don't send a receivership. Bank of America, if you know, and if you have seen, Bank of America has done several things that they've been punished for. But have you heard that they send a receiver to Bank of America and take over Bank of America? No. It's a mistake that they made, so they get fined. And if Eddy Alexandre made a mistake, did not fill out something, whatever it is, he gets fined, the company gets fined. That's the way it's supposed to be. But to come and take over, even before a verdict is given, they want to take over. They want to break, close down this. They want to do this and they want to do that. Well, let me tell you this. Some heads are going to be rolling at the end of this court case. And it will not be on the defense side. I can tell you that. Okay? It's not going to be on the defense side, because what we understand with the defense team that God has put together, it is solid. Everything that is being done, nothing is being done haphazardly. So your money, although you see all these things happening, don't worry about it. Let's go after, and help our CEO and be there, because the best thing that you can really do right now is on August 3rd is to be there, because the judge, remember who the judge is. The judge was the supervisor of Emil Bovey, who is Eddy's defense attorney. And Emil was the supervisor of the prosecutors. So it's three big, supervisor that is there. And the prosecutor who understood that they did not do things right at the beginning, they tried to go back and try to cover your tracks. However, listen, they've already done the deal. And we are happy that the receivership has put that report together, because now it puts them, on the line.
Yes.
It write what they have done. So it's going to be very hard for them now to go back when they already have everything in their hand, for them to say that, oh no, we have not seen anything that proves that there's been trading done, when they have the proof in their hands that is, that they have. They have it, the prosecutor have it. Why is it that you cannot say that there was trading, and this is where the trading account is in Europe, and this is what is happening with that trading account? Why is it that you cannot say that? Because you want to show that this was a Ponzi scheme. Friends, the truth is the truth. You cannot put the truth in light, on the bushel. You cannot cover light. Okay? They say that, falsehood, they say that, error or falsehood has enough legs to jump on truth, because they have to mix error and truth together in order for them to get to their destination. However, like I said, the mic is in the hand of the prosecutor, the receivership, and the receivership has to put, the information together that will bolster the case of the prosecutor. So guys, you need to understand what we are saying. Let the prosecutor speak. Let the receivership speak, but don't lose your mind because one side has spoken. Because if it was that case, every case in America would have, all the defendants in America would have lost if the only side that we had listened to was the side of the prosecutor. I don't know if you hear what I just said. Go ahead.
And to back up what you just said, we have to remain calm. And also, I'd like to let you guys know the third, if there's gonna be one, because I strongly believe at any time, because they're changing documents, changing papers, at any time we can have a breaking news. If not, we have to go there. We have to go there on the third. Please, everybody, everyone, when you get in the courtroom, silent movement. We don't want anybody to disobey the judge. We want to make sure everybody, behave accordingly so that we can show that we are very peaceful. Outside, however, yes, we can let our voice be heard and respect the law and order. And as you know, guys, we're not gonna be there to disrespect, to cause any damage whatsoever.
Because we're professional.
Yes, we are a bunch of young professionals. We look good, we smell good, we look very good. So therefore, I expect, if there's gonna be a third, because I strongly believe we might not have to go to New York. If we're gonna have to go to New York, please, everybody pick up your t-shirt, get ready so that we know we can prove them wrong, because we have the truth with us. They trying to do everything with the lies, but we have the truth with us, and as you know, even the Bible said the truth will set you free.
Yes.
So this is a high profile case. You and I need to know. Therefore, we have everything on our side. As our brother just mentioned, the lawyer, the firm, the judge, even the prosecutor, God, and we have a lot of prayers too, in the back end, because in the background, a lot of people are praying, they're moving things very fast in our favor. Therefore, at any time we might hear the good news, the last breaking news. But we have to get ready in case it's not coming. We
That's
get
right.
there the third. The third doesn't mean that everything's gonna be all set and done. We're gonna be very, very patient, because we know the justice system sometimes can take time, and we have to act accordingly. And I always mention that, please be patient, because the victory is ours, because we already have it. We just have to secure it. We already have the victory. How do I know that? because of all everything going on right now. We're in the Zoom. Hey, how you doing? Why? Because we have the victory. Now we can communicate with each other, and we're gonna have the next Zoom where we're gonna have to ask all the legal advice that we need. And then tomorrow or Tuesday at any time, some morning's gonna come until the 3rd, if there's gonna be one. And as I can say, you guys get prepared, mobilize. We need a lot of people there to support the CEO, to make sure we tell the receiver, back off. We need our business back. The time has come to let them know, to send them the message clearly. If the CEO is not a scammer, give me the club back. Exactly. And we're not taking no as answer. Okay, we're not violent. We're not trying to do anything stupid because we know what we're doing. But we mad as hell because if you have everything, you have all the evidence in your hand, in the court, the judge, the prosecutors, the defendant, now give me the business.
That's right. Now, remember one thing, and that's true. We need to be prepared. Okay, we have to be prepared. And by God's grace, we will see victory because, you know, the truth cannot be silenced. And that's the main thing. Now, just very quickly, as time is winding down, you know that you've been getting 5% to 9.99%. A lot of people are saying that's impossible. The reason why is because the banks has been giving 0.01% per year. 0.01% per year. And what I equate that with is slave wage. So when a slave becomes free, and then the slave then sees that they can get, you know, $60, $70 when they used to get a penny, they're saying, they're putting their heads in their mind, that's impossible. But they do not understand that when they were slaves, this is how much money they were being robbed. Okay, when you go put money in the bank, you know, and Eddy is giving 5 to 9.99%, they're saying, no, that's impossible. When they are doing between 12% to 15% every single week themselves. Okay, so, but listen to this. Our friend here, Warren Buffett, and this is from December to March or April, December of the last year to March of April. You see the yellow? $31.1 billion, 214% gain. Next time, okay, 1,827% gain. That's 23.5 billion. And this time is between December 2021 to about March and April. So when they say that, oh, the CEO, it's impossible for the CEO to make all that money, you know, for him to be able to give us that, look at what this man is doing. This is Coca-Cola. He had $1.3 billion it cost him. Okay, he made 23.7 billion. That's 1,723%. Okay, we have 248 million for MCO. He made 9.6 billion. That's 3,785%. But yet they're telling us it is impossible. So here it is, from December to April, March, April, he did $233 billion on 15 companies. And these are the percentages that he is doing. 3,216%. Friends, don't let anybody bamboozle you that it is impossible. It's just that they have not been giving you your due. So therefore, you know, you cannot get, you know, you're not supposed to be able to get that money. But Eddy is trying to do that. They're trying to put him in prison. They're trying to break out, you know, the business, your money. They're trying to take it from you. You see, they're taking it from EminiFX, going to themselves. It cannot happen. And that's why we say that your presence has to be there. Okay, this is the receivership. They're inviting their friends to come and get your money. Okay, we will talk about that another time. But this is something I wanted to show you. This is what they had initially. Some of the numbers have changed. This is what the number was about 4 weeks ago. $107 million. So keep your eyes on Crypto Exchange 4. That is the trading platform that they tell you that they don't know anything about. Now that they got it, they say, oh, it's $88 million, but they're still not telling you that it is the trading platform. Keep your eyes on Crypto Exchange 4. Okay. Now this is what they put on there. You see, they're saying that the highest it was in April, and it almost was $90 million that EminiFX did. Oh, okay. So let's do this for them. I did this when I first started back in December, and I sent it to many of you. So most likely you have this. This is a spreadsheet on your earning. So this is what we did for you. You see this? This is when Emini started to give the funds, money, the return. So we put it at $100 million. So what we're saying that Emini had $100 million in its coffers on the first day. Okay, we're giving the receivership all due. Okay, you said 90 million. We're gonna give him 100 million, and right from the start, not going, in a way that is going up, but right from the start, we're giving the most amount that he ever got. So we said, okay, $100 million on October. And this is the compounding interest. So we put everything at 5%. He gave it like 6, 7, 9% something, but we're keeping it simple to give you an idea. $100 million, okay? So on that first week, he made $5 million. That's the return. Okay, so here you go. From October 2021 to March at 5%, he would have had $265 million. Now, remember, they say that, the amount that they see in EminiFX for the trading platform is $520 million. $520 million, $500 million, that's what they saw. So we said, okay, let's see how we can get that money, that amount. We give him $100 million right from the start. And then in March, he would have had $265 million. Okay. So this is how long he had to stay in, the money had to be in there to reach $520 million in June. But guys, he was arrested on the 12th. I don't know if you can see and reason understand. They're saying that he's at $525 million when, when we go back here, here is the, see how it's going. This is the most that he's made in 1 month. I gave him that the first week, which means right here, I gave him $100 million. And we still could not make him reach $512 million on the time that he was arrested. Guys, they cook the books, and they themselves say that it's very difficult to get through the system of Emini because it is very complex. But remember, they had to give a report before the 22nd. They had to put something together before the 22nd because they have deadline that was given to them, and they have to reach those deadlines. Otherwise, there is fire, there's hell. So now they give you those information, they give you those numbers, and then now you're going running scared. They're supposed to be $520 million. What did Eddy do with that money? Well, friends, again,
that's a good question.
It is the receivership that is speaking on behalf of the prosecutor. They have the mic. Let the mic drop. When the mic drop, a CEO and his team is gonna take the mic and they're gonna put the truth out. So like I said, don't get toiled up because the receivership said, oh, 520 million, what did he do with all money? Don't go crazy. Just what you need to be there. Be there on August 3rd. Go ahead.
And also the receivership, a lot of people don't know. We hired the receivership. The receivership is a law firm that the judge appointed on the business. But the receivership is here to protect our asset and for distribution when everything is all set and over. And they're gonna give the judge a receipt, and then so that they can get paid. So in other words, it should have been the situation where, hey guys, I'm here to protect you, but that's not what they're doing.
No.
Instead, because they want to make sure something happened to our CEO so that they can go to distribution. in, because they don't want to return the funds, but unfortunately, that's what's gonna happen.
Exactly. And guys, remember, you see a lot of times when they shoot somebody, especially a black man or black woman, the prosecutor send their coroner to look into, but the coroner also has what the police report, where the police report says, oh, this happened, and he was running at me, and I shot him, and all that.
Mhm.
And the coroner make their report and basically aligning it with the prosecutor. But the defense team, who got smart, says we need to have our own in there. When they send their own in there, when the people that says that they saw him running and he got shot in the back, when the coroner of the defense team goes and look, guess what they saw? They saw that the guy got shot in the back. They saw that also the entry point of the gun, it was somebody pointing down toward that person. But for some reason, that was not in the coroner's office for the prosecutors. That was not in there. It aligned itself with the prosecutor. So guys, again, I'm telling you that we're going to let you go now. But I'm telling you this, do not get toiled up because the prosecutor or the receiver said something. Be still and know that he is God. If God is fighting for you, don't be, going crazy over everything that they put out. Let the mic drop.
Yes.
Let the mic
Amen.
drop and allow the defense team, Eddy's team, to pick it up, and then you're gonna start hearing some things that you have not heard before. And those guys are gonna be on a hot stove, and they're gonna wish that they had not touched Emini, because EminiFX was supposed to be an example by the CFTC, because now they have a power that they didn't have before. They're trying to fine-tune that power to show that we are who we are and we have power, and we're gonna make this company an example so that you who come next, you better stop doing these things. But they got the wrong company, they got the wrong guy. So stay with your CEO, stay with EminiFX. You have your money in there. Make sure you are there on August 3rd and fight for your right. Fight for justice, fight for your CEO, and then be there. Any last word, brother?
Yes, you said it all. You said it all. We're gonna be there. If there's gonna be a third, we're gonna be there. And I strongly believe there's a lot of people already motivated, and they're not gonna take no for answer. And then we're just gonna make sure we get there on time, because it's gonna be at 2 o'clock. We have to make sure everybody, most of us gonna be here. Most of us gonna be there around 11. So that we can make sure we do what we have to do. We do what we do best, and then we get prepared and ready. And as I said, remember, I said it, in the courtroom is a silent movement. There's no disturbances, whatsoever. We have to do what we have to do. Please, respect the courtroom where the judge is, respect the law and orders, and then believe me, we're gonna have the victory. I can smell it. We just have to secure it, because we have all the evidence. We have everything that we're supposed to have. The only thing we're waiting for, the final step, where they can either give us a dismissal or job case, or we can get there to court, and then we show them, everything that they're supposed to have, and then we go home happy, and then get our Friday back. I love you guys. I really appreciate you, because you always stand with us. And then kudos to you, because I know time is tough. What we've been through for the last couple months. Thank you very much for your patience, because we need together. And believe me, at the end of the day, we are Emini. We're standing strong behind the CEO, and we're gonna be very happy. I love you guys.
Yes, and I appreciate that, my brother. Now, everyone, please understand that you are in a position where your financials are not the best. Many of you got mortgages and cars and loans, and kids that are going into college or school. There's a lot of things that you have that is going on, and the money that you're expecting from Emini is not there at this moment. if Bank of America, if the CFTC, if all of them had left E-mini alone, you would have had no problem right now to fulfill your obligations. So let's stand for what is right. Let's stand for justice. There's a lot more bigger guns coming. So let those things happen and stay in prayer. And once we have another meeting, we'll go ahead and announce it. And please be there, because we want to make sure that we give you good, correct information, because there are too many craziness that is going on out there. Too many. And you need the right information. So please stay in prayer. Be careful of those scammers that are out there trying to get your information. Do not speak to them. Do not communicate with them on WhatsApp, on Telegram, whatever. If they do, report them to us and we'll take them out for you. All right. Thank you so much for being with us today. And we pray that you have a great week and have a great and wonderful time. Thank you again, my brother. You have a great day.
Thank you very much. You too. I love you guys.